Brielle Gansky. I am creative, loyal, and artistic.
right now.
Uncles, and anyone else who is supporting these students to get their work done, practice, prepare their presentation so that they can come and deliver here at the school. So thank you all.
Yes.
I also want to thank our staff who also help our students to prepare their presentations, practice their presentations, but then also do all that work in the first place that the students are presenting. So thank you to the staff. And most of all, thank you to the students, because none of this matters if you guys don't put in the work, right? If you guys don't create that high quality work in the first place, and you don't prepare that presentation and learn it, and then have the bravery that it takes to stand in front of that panel and deliver your presentation. So thank you to all of you students. So anybody who came and did the tour with me heard me say that one of the most important things about the school is that we intentionally give students experiences where they accomplish things that they once thought impossible. And that experience for us is so important, because if we can stack enough of those experiences together, then pretty soon for students, nothing seems impossible, and they recognize that they can accomplish whatever they set their minds to. So, at our school, that happens probably the most in the adventure program, right? So, in 6th grade, they hike with a heavy backpack 3 miles up the trail. 8th grade, they snowshoe into Camp Taylor. That probably at some point feels pretty impossible. However, y'all make it. We've never lost a student. Y'all get it done. Rock climbing, sometimes you look at that wall and it looks impossible to climb up. However, so many of you end up finding a way, learning, and getting up that wall. And maybe the best example is rappelling. When you have to look down that 30-foot cliff and trust the person on the other side of the rope and lean back and step off of the wall. I know how that feels, and I know that that can feel impossible. However, the vast majority of our students step off of that wall. And that is creating that experience. We don't think as much but I think that Passages is really the best example of providing an experience for students to accomplish what they once thought possible. So, for Passages, we ask students to talk in front of a panel of adults who are relative strangers to them. And they talk about their character. They talk about the strengths of their character. They talk about weaknesses in their character. They talk about how their character grew over time because of the work that they did. Students talk about their learning targets, how they met those learning targets, sometimes how they didn't meet those learning targets. We ask students to talk about the content that they learned and to speak in depth about what they learned in school and explain what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, what was hard, what met their strengths. And sometimes even our students will be able to tell us what they learned about how they learned best. And really there's probably nothing more important that you can learn than how you learn best. And that way you can advocate for yourselves going forward in your future education. So grown-ups, I want you to think for a moment. We have to start asking kids when they're 8 years old. A lot of these guys, when they were 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old. Now you guys are 14 years old. Even at 14 years old, can you imagine if a grown-up, when you were that age, if a grown-up told you that you were going to stand in front of that panel and talk to them about all of those things? I think of myself at that age, I can't imagine myself doing it, right? So what you guys have accomplished is amazing. And I want you to know that as a parent, I had 2 students go through Passages this year, and as a parent, watching my kids prepare for Passages and seeing them struggle and having that all come together is one of the proudest times I can imagine for anything that they've done at the school. And I think all of those parents recognize also when they watched you practice and when they watched you, if you were actually letting them watch you deliver your presentation in the room, because we can see that you guys are learning that you can accomplish anything that you set your minds to. So congratulations, 8th grade Passages students. Okay. So, one thing that's a little bit different about our middle school is that we have 3 student presenters. So, our first presenter is Tristan Hansen. So, please welcome Tristan Hansen.
That I've been here, I have learned a lot of experiences at this school. It has changed me personally and academically. First, I'm going to talk about how I changed personally. When I was younger, I wasn't really social. Had a lot of problems making connections and stuff. So, staff helped me get through that. And I am now less shy, I'm more social than I was in and now I have made some great friends over the course of 10 years, and now I'm going to talk about how I changed academically. When I was younger, didn't really like doing work, so I had troubles keeping up with most of the work that was assigned to me. So now that I'm older, I have been a lot better at keeping track of my stuff, of my work, and turning it in on time relatively. And if it wasn't for the school adventures, I probably wouldn't be what I am today. And one of my favorite college experiences was probably Teton Science School, because it has probably made me a lot more connected to the people that are around me, and it's made me like nature more than I do. So I just want to thank our staff and our school for changing me as a person.
Our next presenter is Evan Beach.
My experience at PCCS has been slightly different than many others. I started here 3 years ago, and it's been incredible. From learning about the water cycle to hiking up to Camp Taylor in the middle of the winter, it's just been amazing. Now, what would I say to pass me? First of all, I was scared to go to a new school and was taking a tour just before school started. Change is hard, but with determination and supportive people, you can do it. Miss Swan told me that you were only a new student for the first 20 minutes. That helped. After the promise of adventure and making new friends, I decided 2 hours after first seeing the school, I would go. Sixth grade and the water cycle and food chain was an amazing experience. And I genuinely appreciated all of the amazing teachers there. But of course I was scared of one thing, change. And middle school was that promise of change. And in 7th grade I was legitimately scared to go. But then I got there and it was not bad. There was some acclimation, like having a locker and changing classrooms, but overall I pushed through. And once all that initial discomfort was over, I really got acclimated. Teton Science School was an absolutely amazing adventure with its own challenges, but I was able to learn and grow in subjects like math and science. Also, electives were really fun, and there was some scariness of writing my first essays in humanities, but those also were incredible. Eighth grade was similar. It was nice seeing the kids I hadn't really seen for a year, and I felt like I grew even more academically in that scenario. I was able to reach new heights. First time, 8th grade was also my year on student council, which is an experience that I feel like made me a better person overall. And of course, Camp Taylor had its own challenges, but that was fun too. Finally, I stand here, giving this speech, ready for the next chapter of my life, high school, which has its excitements, but it's also slightly scary, but because change is hard, but it's doable. And now I'd like to thank the amazing audience, my amazing friends, and of course the teachers and staff who have supported me. Thank you.
And our final speaker is Connor Cooley.
Hello, my name is Connor Cooley. I have been... my name is Connor Cooley. I have been attending Pocatello Community Charter School ever since I arrived here in kindergarten a while ago. And in my 9-ish years at PCCS, I've learned everything from reading and writing and basic number system all the way up to graphing lines and functions. I've learned about the human body, about atoms and cells, about geology, machinery, birds, water bacteria, and just a lot of other things. And with PCCS teaching me all these things and teaching me pretty well, I hope to get better at math. That's what I'm great at. But with such a background in information, I can learn so much more. I've also changed as a person over the years. I mean, naturally. Through PCCS, I have gained friends. I've learned how to be a good human being and overcome my fears several times over on various adventures. And although any place gets tiring after nearly a decade, I'm truly grateful to the time of PCCS. I'd like to thank Steph for putting up my videos, jokes, and my jokes.
No, that's all yours.
For teaching me everything I've been taught, for encouraging creativity, and for making me who I am.
We got one because the bubble gums.
Now I'd like to invite Mr. Smith to announce our 8th grade passing students.
Thank you. I will say each student's name followed by a quote they have shared. Please hold your applause until the end of the quote. We will start with the adventurers. So adventurers, go ahead and stand up. Jaden Anderson, I am loyal and brave. Lily Cardell, I am creative, empathetic, reliable, affectionate, a good and trustworthy friend, and adventurous. Connor Cooley, I am intelligent. Jackson Crockett, I am loyal and trusting. Janae Danner, I am outgoing and not afraid to try new things. Sammy Follett, I am a very happy person. Brielle Gansky, I am creative, loyal, and artistic. Serenity Honeycutt, I am adventurous, athletic, and funny. Ethan Jensen, I am funny. Miles Marshall, I am really cool. Kara Southwick, I am optimistic. Next, the explorers. Daxton Barnes, I like to adventure and am a Ford lover. Asher Evans, I am a loyal and good friend. Rylan Mays, I am an optimistic guy. I'm one of those big dreamers. I'm one of those kids with that annoying imagination. Evan Mish, I love Star Wars, computers, and adventure. I am Evan. Alex Maharo, I am a man, and the only thing a man has is his word. Peyton Page, I am black, silly, and athletic. Elijah South, I am always looking to explore. Sylvie Tapanilla. I am friendly,
Give it to Grace.
loyal, creative, and funny person.
Grace, can you hold it? Where's that bottle?
Devin Zundell. I am adventurous and loyal.
And then put it in the side.
Next up, the Voyagers.
It's okay.
Harley Ellis. I am artistic. Tristan Hansen. I am helpful and friendly. Jesse Jenks. I am a happy person. Kevin Johnson. I am driven. I am a conqueror. Maeve Rollins. I am competitive, athletic, determined, and goofy. Fisher Snow. I am funny and friendly happiness. Sienna Swan. I am tenacious, kind, and look forward to new adventures. Isaiah Bossis. I am an athlete. Kian Wright. I will become who I choose to become, and every action I make is creating myself. But everything in life is a reflection of a choice you have made. So if you want a different result, make a different choice. Please give it up one more time for next year's 9th graders.
And thank you again one more time for coming to our passages ceremony. You're free to stick around and take pictures, and have a wonderful night.